Subtract my age from the mileage on my speeding heart. Credit cards, Excel. Buy this car to drive to work. Drive to work to pay for this car. Buy this car to drive to work. Drive to work.
Welcome to Yellow Brick Road. I am Jordan, and today I'm going to go over two specific candidates. Since the Democratic debate lineups, night 2, has been announced, I'm going to go over two specific individuals. You might be able to see them highlighted, but right behind me, somewhere back there. Yeah. But first, please consider donating to Devon's Journey to Recovery. The GoFundMe link is down there. Right down there. Description box. That's right. Please donate. Devon's Journey to Recovery. It is for charity. It does not go to us. It's to help someone out, pay their medical bills, because we don't have free health care. That's become an issue with these debates, by the way. The who's for Medicare for all, who's sort of for it, and who's just not at all. And I think we have two candidates that are for it right here. Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders. So yeah, the reason I'm focusing on these two is because I think people have the misconception that these two are the same as far as policy goes. Yeah, I think there's some people at TYT who will make it seem like Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren are the same thing. And me, I'm not a political expert. I don't care so much for the analysis. I like making leaps, you know. I'll make a giant leap here. And I'm going to use simply perception. No looking at, crazy policy or statistics. Just good old-fashioned gut feeling using perception of other people. So right here we have the LA Times. This is from July 5th, I believe. The headline is, Elizabeth Warren is winning grudging respect among some on Wall Street. Right here it says, the Democratic senator who rose to national prominence by calling for tough regulation after the financial crisis is winning respect from a small but growing circle of senior bankers and hedge fund managers. Now, once again, I'm using perception. Bernie will not get that support at all. In fact, he had a little, a tissy. What's the word? Tissy? Hissy fit. I don't know if that's the right word. He had a tussle with a Goldman Sachs guy. I forgot his name. Feinstein or something. Some weird shit. Anyways, the Goldman Sachs guys. He had a little beef on Twitter with this guy. And, Bernie kind of owned him. Owned him with his own words. I'll link that in the description box because my memory sucks right now. So yeah, what this tells me is it doesn't say anything bad about Warren. I'm not doing the, guilt by association smear. What it says is Wall Street can see the writing on the wall. They can see the candidates that are going to rise to the top because they know fucking Biden ain't winning. And they're sort of like, who would be better for us? Like a Bernie, an Elizabeth Warren, a Kamala Harris? They'd probably take Harris over all of them, but I'm guessing in comparison to Bernie Sanders, they will take Elizabeth Warren. That's not saying anything bad about Elizabeth Warren. It's just her policy might not be directly to normal people as Bernie's is. So that's just a perception thing. Propaganda sent me this on Twitter. Yeah, let's look at this.
We renew our resolve that America will never be a socialist country.
Wait, wait for it. So that little circle there, go back a little bit. That's Elizabeth Warren. Let's go back a little bit. Here we go. Clearly clapping for that. Yeah, Elizabeth Warren clearly clapping for that from that statement from Donald Trump, which means nothing to me. Because these guys think raising the minimum wage is a socialist program, or expanding Medicare for everyone is a socialist thing. It may have some socialist principles, but I don't know. I thought we already had those things. They're just expanding them. So that's basically a smear, and she stood up and clapped for it. Now, I'm going to say that she did have, looking closely, I think she had a response of like, whatever, I don't know. Okay. This is not a slight against Elizabeth Warren, as much as it's a perception thing. Looking at how people are reacting to her policy, very, rich, powerful people reacting to her candidacy. So I'm basically going to say, be ready, because if you're a Bernie supporter, you're probably a Tulsi supporter as well, and vice versa. And I think they will do damn near anything to keep Bernie Sanders out of office. And I just saw a Jimmy Dore video where there was some guy on MSNBC saying, it's like, even though Trump's, he's a racist and a bigot, socialism will tear this country down. So I'd probably vote for Trump on that occasion.
Joe, I'm going to take it one step further, because this is how dangerous socialism. I find Donald Trump reprehensible as a human being, but a socialist candidate is more dangerous to this country as far as the strength and well-being of our country.
By the way, I don't know if you noticed, he referred to our country as our company.
Joe, I'm going to take it one step further, because this is how dangerous socialism. I find Donald Trump reprehensible as a human being, but a socialist candidate is more dangerous to this country as far as the strength and well-being of our country than Donald Trump. I would vote for Donald Trump, a despicable human being.
He got, pulled back. The show host had to pull him back from that statement, but he still said it. And I've been saying that for a while now. They'd rather have Trump than Bernie Sanders. Yeah, so those are going to be the two standouts on night one. Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders. And I don't think Bernie has to attack her at all. I think he just has to, let's say she gets more speaking time or something like that. Anytime she talks about a topic, you counter. That's what I would do. It doesn't have to be an attack. Just counter it and say, oh, well, I've been saying that for 20 years now. Or, oh, this doesn't go far enough. Things like that. And he'll be golden. Because right now there's a lot of people who think Warren is just like Bernie Sanders. Like she's a healthy alternative to Bernie Sanders. And I completely disagree with that. Completely. Especially if you go into what I look for most from candidates, and that's foreign policy. This is not even close to me. I don't think Warren's even close to Bernie Sanders with foreign policy. I don't think Sanders is... He's closer, but he's not so... there's a good distance between Sanders and Gabbard in foreign policy. Gabbard is much better. And I think Gravel's better than all of them. So, yeah, I'm not a Elizabeth Warren guy. Doesn't mean I think she's a bad person. I think she would try to do the right thing by her standards, by her understanding. It would just suck. Just being real with you. Subscribe if you feel like. Comment if you feel like. Donate. You must donate. Devon's Journey to Recovery. GoFundMe link down there. And with all that said, give this video a thumbs down.
Say you wanna get in.